And welcome back, everybody. We got a lot of thunderstorm activity going on throughout the northern and central basin, so let's get right to it. Most of the thunderstorms we're seeing right now on the corner of Martin County, Glasscock County, and Howard County, moving through those areas. You can see just how many lightning strikes are taking place right there, and also just seeing how strong and how wide this storm is stretching. We have some smaller thunderstorms right now moving through Midland County. The strongest stuff has moved out. It's now in the areas I just mentioned, and we're also seeing some potential thunderstorms in Upton County right now that could move into Midland County as well as Glasscock County in the next couple of minutes to hours. But we also have some thunderstorms that we actually are hearing over top of our building right now in Ector County. Those aren't as strong, but it is a good amount of activity going on right there, so you got to be careful in those areas. We also had some thunderstorm activity down near the border earlier, still going on right now, but not nearly as big. But there are some very strong activities going on. You can take the lightning strikes away, and that red spot right there, that's just showing how strong this storm actually is, despite the fact that it's very small in terms of size. Now, we got more thunderstorm activity on the way for the next couple of days. Chances not as high as today, but you do have a chance of seeing some thunderstorms going into Friday, so you got to look out for that. But we're always welcoming the rain out here in West Texas. And with this low pressure that's moved through just up to the north, bringing these pressures down to the south, that's why you can expect more thunderstorm activity in the next couple of days, but should be cleared out in time for the weekend. The almanac for today up into the 90s and just below average, 93, also below average for our low, both just by a couple of degrees. But the temperatures out to the west, a completely different story. Seeing those 60s over in Pecos and Wink. We're also seeing those 70s in Fort Stockton and Alpine, but a different story down along the border, seeing the high 80s near that 90-degree mark. Also seeing the 70s and the 60s over in southeastern New Mexico. Seeing a good amount of moisture in the air, seeing those 80 readings thanks to mostly the thunderstorms that came through. So we're going to be pretty moist the next couple of days until we get to the weekend, where we expect to see some more drier conditions. Wind speeds right now seeing the 20s and the 10 miles an hour over in Big Spring. Also some strong wind activity over in Carlsbad and Hobbs, 18 and 14 and 16 down in the Big Bend. But gusts are also a pretty big story right now. 29 in Midland County, where they're seeing those storms. Also seeing 23 in Carlsbad, 20 over in Hobbs. With peak gusts, check out Pecos right now, all the way up to 58 for peak gusts for the day, 30 in Odessa, Midland, 35 in Wink, and seeing the 20s up in southeastern New Mexico. Now, getting to our regional temperatures for tonight. Going to be pretty mild in terms of temperatures in the northern basin, seeing the 60s, 66 in Jowell, 68 in Andrews, 60 in Tatum, 60 in Lovington, and then going into tomorrow, expect temperatures to return to the 80s. Once again, high 80s in Big Spring and Gale, Limese all the way up to 87, Seminole 85, Lovington 82, Hobbs 82, and Jowell at 86, while the central basin for tonight, low 70s, high 60s in Penwell, Grand Falls, Monahans. We're already at these readings in some areas, 68 in Kermit, but all the way up into the high 80s for tomorrow. Thunderstorms pending, which could cool temperatures down quite a bit, but you do have a chance of seeing high 80s for tomorrow. Grand Falls at 89, Penwell at 86, Crane at 89, and going to the Trans-Pecos, temperatures all the way down to 65 in Balmorhea, 68 in Fort Stockton, 70 in Bakersfield, 71 in Ira Ann, and 69 in Sanderson, while tomorrow could be up to 90 in Dryden, Sheffield, Bakersfield, but going to be staying in the 80s in Balmorhea, Fort Stockton, and Pecos at 87 degrees. Ira Ann also could get as high as 92 degrees. And then going into the mountains, Fort Davis as low as 59, one of the only areas expected to get into the 50s, them in Pine Springs. Marfa going to stay in the 60s, but low 60s expected for the low, while Presidio and the Big Bend Mountains also are going to stick in the 70s tonight, while tomorrow could be as high as 87 in Presidio, 85 in the Big Bend, 76 in Marfa, and 77 in Alpine. Now, 7-day forecast, more thunderstorm chances on the way. Smaller chances, though, 20% on Thursday and Friday, with a very small chance of thunderstorms on Saturday. But we're back up into those warm and dry conditions. Could see some clouds here and there for the weekend, but we got a little bit more rain activity. We should be cleared out in time for Friday night lights on Friday, but early in the morning we could be seeing some thunderstorm chances. And then more warm temperatures, though, dropping down into the high 80s starting on Monday, but we still got these 90s chance of these 90s the next couple of days, pending on when and where the thunderstorms hit us.
Well, I'm just happy to hear the rain, hear the thunder. It's actually happening in some areas that haven't really seen the rain the last couple of days.
And we always welcome it.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Well, 50 years ago yesterday, today is the first day students